Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1998 Nissan Slieighty. This is a bit of a weird one. So this is essentially in the early 90s, mid 90s, there became a bit of a fascination with gluing Silvia clips onto Silvias that didn't have them. And one of the more popular ones was sticking an S13 front end on a 180SX. I don't really know why you'd do this, because I'll be honest, the best part of the 180SX is the front end, and the best part of the S13 is the rear end, but nevertheless, that's what people did. And it became so ubiquitous that for the final generation, or the final year of the 180SX in Japan, Nissan actually offered this as a factory option. This was basically the run-out special of the 180SX, the Nissan Slieighty. So I always thought this was a modified car that was just classified as a Nissan because it was popular and Gran Turismo just wanted to play homage. But no, apparently this was an actual thing Nissan offered in 1998, which is interesting. Speaking of interesting, race mode's quite cool on this one as well. Front engine rear wheel drive, 393 horsepower, 1043 kilos. Despite the interesting backstory, this is, well, it's a 180SX. And we have had a 180SX go around the course, and I'm trying to find it on the leaderboard. There it is, 176th place, so be interested to see how this one gets along. Anyways, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition, set of 27.223. The Nissan Slieighty is unlikely to beat that. So that 180SX we're talking about, we've had the Type X, there's 4 180SXs if you count this one, so this is the second one. That's at a time of 30.240, which isn't half bad really. That is basically in the middle of where the Silvias have been going. Silvias are either, well, actually no, tell a lie. The Silvias are usually pretty god-awful to drive, and then sort of somehow a lap gets pulled out of nowhere that saves them from embarrassment. That didn't happen to the, I think it was the Silvia Ks, the first Silvia we had, the S14, that did set like a 31.8. But for the most part, these cars are like trundling around getting like 31.6s and 31.5s, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, they'll just pull out like a stonker of a lap time. Like they'll just start behaving themselves and actually drive like proper cars, which is nice when they do that. So yeah, so far Silvia's is pretty mid for Silvia's. Also 30.240, I actually mean 31.240, I don't know why it's on the leaderboard as a 30. That's a correction to make. Well, no, it's with all the 31s, but for some reason it's a 30.240, which it obviously was not. Come on, behave yourself. Ridiculous car, ridiculous name. Just pull a lap together. Well, yeah, I don't get this. It's still going on today, by the way, this swapping front ends onto stuff. I think there's some of the drift cars in Forza, I remember, they've got like S14 with S15 front clips, which look very weird. That is not a face swap that's supposed to exist. And I think there might even be an S15 with, or an S14, an S13 with an S15 front end. I could be wrong on that. I was in the wrong gear there, which sort of screws this lap up. But 31.059 is alright for one of these. Definitely. I'll take it. I could go quicker, I think. I think this might be able to get under 31. But like I said, the problem with these cars is they just don't behave themselves. This one, to be fair to it, actually, it hasn't been particularly tricky to drive. It likes to spin its wheels, and when it's spinning its wheels, it doesn't get any of its power down, which is a problem. I mean, it's especially a problem when you consider it's only like a 400 horsepower car. Like, it's not major power or anything like that. So, yeah, a little bit of a ruination there. I think it could go quicker, but it would be a slightly quicker. Oh, for God's sake, it's a tie. It is going to go into 157th place. It ties with the 1969 Camaro Z28, which is interesting. Quicker than a Fiat Barchetta, quicker than a Jaguar XK8, quicker than the RX-7 Savannah Cabrio, quicker than a 300ZX. It is a little bit up on an R33 rear-wheel drive Skyline, a little bit down on an R32 rear-wheel drive Skyline. It is quicker than the 180SX. I think it is... yeah, it's very slightly slower than an S13, a Sylvia K's 1800, but that was actually a better car to drive, if I'm being honest. The S13s are really nice to drive. I know technically these are S13s, but still. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's pretty average for this leaderboard, to be fair, so not a bad showing from the Slieighty. Anyways, and that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.